Bienvenidos a esta presentación de los verbos con cambio en el radical. This presentation will talk about the three types of stem-changing verbs in the present tense and how to conjugate them. Every verb in the Spanish language has two parts to it: the stem and the ending. Some teachers call the stem the root or the base. In Spanish, the stem, the root, or the base of the verb is called el radical, and the ending is la terminación. The stem and the ending tell you two very important things. The stem tells you the action that is being performed. Habl in Spanish refers to the action of speaking. And the ending tells you who is doing this and when they are doing it. It tells you the person and the tense. For example, the verb hablamos, habl tells us that somebody is speaking, and amos, the ending, tells you that we are speaking and that we are speaking right now in the present tense. The first type of stem-changing verb is a UE stem-changing verb. Sometimes teachers call them O to UE, as oftentimes the O in the stem changes to UE. That's not always the case, as sometimes a different letter changes to UE, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's use the example dormir, which means to sleep. The yo form is not dormo with an I, but duermo. In this case, the O of the stem, D-O-R-M, changed to a UE. The tu form is duermes. The he, she form is duerme. The they form is duermen. But look at the first person plural. It's dormimos. There is not a stem change in the nosotros form. Sometimes teachers call these a shoe verb, or more appropriately, a boot verb. The reason they use the term a boot verb or a shoe verb is that when you draw a boot around the verbs that have a change in the stem, it forms a shape of a boot. That's to say, the yo form, the tu form, the el, ella, usted form, all of the singular forms have the stem change, O to UE, as does the third person plural, ellos, ellas, ustedes forms, duermen. The nosotros and vosotros forms do not have a stem change because they are outside of the boot. Now you try contar. The conjugations of contar are cuento, cuentas, cuenta, contamos, cuentan. Again, contamos is outside of the boot, so it does not change O to UE. Some common verbs that you'll come across in your class that are stem changers, that are UE stem changers, that is, are almorzar, dormir, encontrar, poder, and jugar. Take a look at jugar. This is not an O to UE, but the U changes to UE. So the yo form of jugar is not jugo, it is juego. The second group of stem changing verbs are IE stem changers. In this case, the E of the stem changes to an IE. In the example preferir, the second E changes to an IE. The yo form of preferir is not prefero, but prefiero. Prefieres, prefiere, and prefieren are all inside of the boot, and the verb preferimos is outside of the boot, so it does not have the stem change. Also notice that preferir has two E's in the stem. Whenever there's a verb that has two E's in the stem, the second E always changes. Now you try pensar. Pensar, which means to think or to plan, is conjugated pienso, piensas, piensa, pensamos out of the boot, and piensan back in the boot. Some other E to IE stem changers that you might come across in class are pensar, entender, preferir, querer, empezar, and comenzar. The third group of stem-changing verbs change E to I. The verb pedir, which means to ask for something, is a stem changer. It is also a boot verb, which tells us that the E in the nosotros form does not change. The others do. Pido, pides, pide, pedimos, piden. Again, this is a boot verb. The E changes to an I inside of the boot. Some other common E to I verbs that you will see are pedir, repetir, servir, and medir. Practiquemos. Please pause the video to attempt these if you'd like. I play is a UE stem changer. Juego. We understand. Entendemos. We are outside of the boot, so there is no stem change. Rafaela is able to. The verb is poder, a UE stem changer. Since Rafaela is third person singular, she is in the boot. Puede. You prefer. The to form is in the boot. Tú prefieres. We count. We are outside of the boot. No stem change. Nosotros contamos. My family wants. Querer is an E to IE. Mi familia quiere. And the ending is an E, quiere, singular, because it's only one family, even though there's a lot of members. We have lunch does not stem change. Almorzamos. And finally, my brother sleeps. Mi brothers sleep, mis hermanos duermen. Gracias por ver esta presentación y te deseo mucho éxito.